Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar on empowering your practice. So we're going to be going over all of our self-serve options that are available, such as articles within our support sites, our learning videos, as well as entire courses that are available where you can learn pretty much everything about Accuro at a time that works for you. So today's webinar is being presented by the Training Solutions team. We are the ones who are creating all of this learning content. And my name is Derek, and I've been with QHR for the last 4 years, and I've been on the training team for the last 3 years.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I've been with QHR for just under 6 years, with the training team for 5.
And I'm Kendra. I'm an instructional designer here at QHR. I've been with the company for a little over 7 years and on the training team for most of that.
Hi, my name's Christine, and I've been with QHR for the past 8 years, and I've been with our training solutions team for the past 7.
Wonderful. Okay, so today's event is live and the training team is standing by to answer your questions. So the chat has been disabled, so please ask your questions using the Q&A button at the top of your screen. Once selected, you will have the question and answers pane open on the right-hand side of your window, and you can click on Ask a Question to get started. When you see New Post, you can click to see the newly posted questions and responses. When the question has been answered by the training team, you will see Show One New Comment under the question. You can click Show One New Comment to open the conversation. So please sit back and enjoy today's event. There's no need to take notes as this presentation is being recorded and will be available in our Accuro resources for your future reference. So today's agenda, we're going to go over all of our support sites. So that's going to be Accuro resources as well as our Medio patient support. We're going to go over Accuro Learning Academy as well as Accuro Performance Training. So I'm going to start this off by going over our resources page or our support sites. The first one being our patient support site. So this is specific for clinics that are set up with Accuro Engage. So anyone who is set up with patient messaging, video visits, or online booking, your patients will need to create a Medio account to be able to communicate with your clinic. So that can cause some issues, and so we do have a support site where we can help your patients with their Medio account. So the website is mediohealth.com, and here patients can log into their Medio account on the desktop, and they can go to the support site. So if a patient ever calls into your clinic and they have issues with Medio, at the bottom of any email that is sent, so that can be if you sent them a message, if you booked them for a video visit, or sent them an invite to your online booking site, they will receive an email. And at the bottom of that email, there is a link to our patient support site. So you can always direct them to the bottom of the email, and it'll bring them here, which is the patient support site. Here, patients can search for a specific article of what they're having difficulties with. They can learn all about Medio. We have everything separated into topics. So if they're brand new, they can click on Getting Started. And we have videos that walk them through step by step how to create a Medio account. Below, we do have most popular articles. So just to show you, a very common one is patients can't remember their password. So like I said, it walks them through step by step with pictures how to reset their password. Now, at the bottom of any article or the bottom of the support site, there is a way that patients can contact support. So if they're calling in for help, you can also direct them to this site where they can click Contact Support. And this is a way that they can email our client services team at Accuro by putting in some information such as their first and last name, the email address for their Medio account, tell us how they can help, and submit. And our Medio specialists at the client services will be able to help them with their Medio account. There's also an option for a live chat. So this can be helpful in a situation where they need help in a timely manner. So possibly they can't log into their Medio account and they have a video visit coming up right away. Again, this is only for patients, as we do not have a phone number for them to call into our client services team. But they can click submit, and again, one of our Medio specialists can help them get into their account as fast as possible. The next site I wanted to go over is our Accuro resources page. So this can be accessed by going to AccuroEMR.com/support. Now, this is a page that has everything to do with Accuro, so I recommend any user to bookmark this page. At the top, you can search for a specific article that you might be needing. Off to the left, we have all of our articles that are being constantly updated, separated by topic to help you find the item that you're looking for. Off to the right, we do have links to other resources, such as our status page. Should something be broken, you can always click here and see the status of it. We have links to our user guide. For new users, we also have links to Accuro Cloud, where you can log in and launch Accuro. Up at the top here, we do have a link to our Resources Center, which is everything to do with training. So if you have a new user and you wanted to learn what Accuro Learning Academy is, or what Accuro Performance Training is, you can learn that here. You can see our latest webinars, a few links, and if an administrator would like to purchase one-on-one training with one of our experts, we do have a link to our training catalog here as well. If we go back to our Accuro resources page and we scroll down, there's some more links, such as a direct link to log into our Learning Academy. Administrators can click here to log into their admin center. Below this, we do have all of our webinars upcoming, where any user can register or see past webinars. Below this, anyone can subscribe to our Connect newsletter, where they can find more information from our marketing team of things that are coming out. Below this, we do have information on any of our add-on products. So like I mentioned before, our Accuro Engage, if you are interested in the Medio products, as well as any additional add-ons such as dictation or patient forms, you can learn about what they are. If anyone at your clinic is interested on getting any of the add-on products, you would want to reach out to your practice consultant. And again, we have links to learn more about them. At the very bottom, we do have all of the contact information if you need to contact our client services. Now, I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top here, and I'm going to pass this over to Vanessa, and she's going to go over all of our support articles.
All right, thanks, Derek. So I'm just going to show off one of our support articles. And using the search support at the top, I'm going to, as an example, look for the admin center. So typing in admin center, this will produce the Accuro admin center getting started help article. So we're going to click on that guy there. Now, our articles will have a summary at the top, a table of contents, and then the content following. So for admin center, for this example, we have a quick introduction. There's information on how to access. If we scroll down a bit, there's account options mentioned, deactivating, reactivating users. And at the very bottom, there's some information about training. Now, each article will be just like a snapshot of information. If you're looking for a more detailed picture, it'll be under Files. Files will be found at the bottom of every help article. And for this particular one, there is a user guide. So for more detailed instructions, feel free to download our user guide at the bottom. So articles will also have a rating system out of 5 stars that will be sent to our team. We work on articles based on their rating. There's also related help articles as well. And at the very bottom, there is a contact support button. So this, just like Medio, will open a new form here where you can enter your information like your name, your clinic information, and the support you need. So once that's filled out, that goes to our client services team and they get back to you as soon as possible. So now that we've gone over the Accuro resources site, I'm going to pass this along to Kendra, and she's going to go over the Accuro Learning Academy.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. All right, so Accuro Learning Academy is our e-learning platform available for free to all of our active Accuro clients. It hosts all of our past webinar recordings, any micro-learning videos, and our extensive Accuro Performance Training catalog, and other micro-learning tidbits there. You can always log in and go at your own pace. Every Accuro client is typically onboarded when they first join Accuro or during their first training session. But if you have not created your ALA account yet, you are more than welcome to. To get to this main site here, this login site, you can do it right from the Accuro resources page like Derek mentioned. This big red button here, you can click on that guy. And then you can log into ALA from right here. You can also log in from some of our articles here. So I'm just going to search for ALA, or you could do Accuro Learning Academy as well. And if you don't have an account yet, I recommend checking out this article. It will give you the contact information to help get set up. It also provides a login link directly as well if you need it. We always recommend creating your ALA account with your Accuro OneID email address so that all of your Accuro information can kind of be tied to one account. So once you have access, you'll get to the link. This will be the main login page that you'll always use. If you do ever happen to forget your password, you can just click this link at the bottom here and it will email whatever email address you use to sign up with a self-serve process to reset your password. Now, without further ado, I'm going to log into my learner account here and we're going to go through ALA navigation. All right. When you first log in here, you'll be met with this welcome dashboard. It's helpful if you are brand new to Accuro or ALA in general. This far left option here, View Learning Path, it's a welcome to ALA course as well as just general Accuro navigation. It's great for beginners. Over here, you can click this learning path to get certified. So this is tied to our Accuro Performance Training program that Christine's going to touch on in a little bit here. But this is how you would earn badges and certification. Or you can check out our past webinars here. If you don't want to see this again, you can always just uncheck this and close it. And next time you log in, it won't pop up. Now, this is the main ALA dashboard that you'll always see every time you log in. We have some quick links for our APT training up here or webinars. And this main widget here will be where everything that you're working on is kind of housed. You might see in this Not Started tab here, you might see the Introduction Learning Path as well as the Accuro Performance Training splash page or dashboard, just so that you always have somewhere to kind of get started. We typically won't assign you anything unless you're part of a special initiative that you would already know about. The In Progress tab will house any courses or learning paths that you have started but not completed to 100% yet. You can always click on one of them to jump back in right where you left off. Again, as we don't assign anything really, there won't be anything overdue. There's not really any due dates just because Accuro Learning Academy has a choose your own adventure approach. It's totally on your time when you're comfortable to complete any of this content. And in the completed tab, we have anything that you've started and finished to 100%. It's just a history of everything that you've done. If you ever need to go back for a refresher, this is a great place to jump in. Down at the bottom, we have a widgets for recent achievements. This is just a quick glance of any badges that you may have earned while completing some APT content. You can see the main achievement section in the navigation bar here at the top left. So if you click on that, you'll see any and all badges that you've earned. And if you have completed content that is offers certification, you'll find that here and you can download it. Back in the navigation bar in the top left, we have the content library. That's where you're going to find everything that Accuro Learning Academy has to offer. And it'll work similar to our Accuro Resources site, where you can type in anything related to the content that you want to find, keywords, so like billings, scheduler, Accuro Engage. You would just type that in here, press enter, and it would show you everything related to that keyword or topic. Speaking of topics, on the left-hand side here, you can kind of refine your search even further so that you're only searching keywords within a specific topic. So maybe you want ALA-specific topics only or content only. Maybe you want only certification for communications and documents. You would jump in there. All the way at the bottom, we also have anything to do with Accuro Engage, content that's videos only without any e-learning or courses associated with it, or our past webinars. And the tags work similarly to like searching a keyword or anything, so you can search for specific content that only is tagged with that if you'd like. So you may have heard me throw around the words courses and learning paths a few times now. That is a type of content structure here in ALA. So you can kind of think a learning path here. You think of it as like a giant bookshelf, and then the courses would be the books on that bookshelf. So let me check out this learning path here, scheduling and patient demographics basics. So here is our main bookshelf, and then these courses here would be the individual books on that bookshelf. Anytime you complete a course, it's going to add to your total completion percentage of the learning path as a whole. And each individual course will have its own lesson modules and quizzes. You can kind of think of those as the chapters in the book. All right, and just to get into one last topic here about some account maintenance, it's always best practice to make sure that you have access to the email address that you use to create your account. So should you ever change clinics, have a different email address, you can go into your profile and settings in the top right of Accuro Learning Academy, and then just edit your email address here. Make sure you save it, and that way you'll always be able to log in, because if you do that self-serve password reset, it's obviously going to go to the email address associated with your account, so you can always update that here. And without further ado, now that we know more about ALA, I'm going to pass it over to Christine, who's going to teach you more about our Accuro Performance Training certification program.
All right, so in today's session, I'm going to cover our Accuro Performance Training, or APT as we call it, and the different learning paths available to you and how to access them from ALA. We created Accuro Performance Training, the program, with the understanding of the need for clients to learn more about Accuro on a deeper level. So whether you are in a clinical or clerical role, you can easily find specific training to suit your needs. Our goal is to provide accessibility through self-directed e-learning and set you up for a win. APT includes a variety of learning styles, including text-based content, videos, interactive sections, and assessment quizzes. So once a course or a learning path have been completed, the learner can achieve certificates and badges. APT is set up with 3 levels. We have our basic, core, and pro. So our basics, which is the fundamentals of Accuro that every type of user will benefit from. So for example, you'll learn how to search for patients, add and edit patient records, and create appointments and claims at the basics level. Next, we have our core, and our core are the main concepts of Accuro that most users are going to benefit from. So in core, you're going to learn how to customize your scheduler, set up recurring appointments, create availability templates, and set up your traffic manager. Lastly, here we have our pro level, and our pro is our most advanced level. So typically, system administrators will benefit more from this level. At the pro level, you're going to learn to set up patient cohorts, link patient relationship accounts, master advanced patient searches, and create statuses. The best way for you to use APT is totally up to you. There is no wrong way. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to navigate through ALA, so the Accuro Learning Academy, to find the APT landing page and where you can select your desired courses and follow the best pathways for your training experience. So let's check that out here. So when you first log into ALA, you're going to get this welcome pop-up message that Kendra mentioned, which is our landing page. And if you are starting from scratch, you can go ahead and you can click on the Get Certified, and that's going to take you through the APT Basics, Core, and Pro learning paths. But let's say you closed it. You can select the Accuro Performance Training window, and in this area, you're also able to go ahead and choose those learning paths, the Basic, Core, and Pro levels. If you're looking for, let's say, a specific course or module, you can go to the content library on your top left, and you're able to go ahead and you can scroll down to the desired course, or you can search for a topic using the keywords or choose from the topics menu on the left that Kendra mentioned. From here, you can also go ahead and you can choose if you want to filter by a learning path or a course. So as for an example, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose in the claims, I'm going to choose Alberta, and I'm going to choose the built-in reports RISE course here. And sometimes it just takes a second to load. There we are. So the cover page here details the module's learning objectives and lists the lessons within. To start, you would go ahead and you would click the Start Module button. On the left-hand side is the module navigation pane, which lists all the lessons. As you go through the modules, you're going to notice the completion status circles are going to indicate your progress. Some modules you will notice have those interactive blocks in them where you are required to interact with them. So let's go to end of day report here. At the very bottom of all lessons, you are going to see a continue button and it's going to be red. However, if you have not completed these interactive areas, you're going to see here that it is grayed out. So to be able to make sure that you can continue, you would just make sure to have all those interactive lessons completed, and then you are able to continue. We also have the Let's See It in Action, which is our video sections. You'll need to watch these videos all the way through to enable that red continue button at the bottom. And within our video playback, there are several options. We do have a, right there, we do have a playback speed. You are able to go ahead and turn on or off the captions. You can go ahead and make the screen, or sorry, your full screen to use your whole monitor, or you can go ahead and you can adjust your volume. Additionally, there is a copy of the video's transcript toward the bottom of the page for improved accessibility. And then the last lesson we have is the Try It For Yourself. And this allows you to practice your new skills using your own Accuro environment. There are suggested exercises that you can complete now, or you can go ahead and you can download the PDF and complete them at a later time. Once you've gone and you have completed all the exercises, you go ahead and you would select all these when they're completed, and you can select Finish.